check?
Let's just. You're not gonna learn much from like checking it out for
You're right.
'cause I need
I feel
somebody
like Mike
to
will
speak
come
to.
back.
Yeah, because
Facts.
listen, if I start debating with Josh about Dana White hitting his bitch, I'm gonna be like, nah, that shit hard. And Josh is gonna be like, no, that's wrong. And I'm gonna be like, nah, that was cool. And Josh is gonna be like, no, that was wrong.
Hey, nah, I
Just
did
kidding.
see it.
Not
I
gonna
did
say
see
that.
it, and I'm not gonna lie. She opened the door for that, bro. Once you put your hands on somebody, you got to be ready to get hands put back on you. I'm sorry.
Yo, we're not playing this video on stream. Let's just make that clear. But it did happen. So basically, it looked like Dana White was in Mexico on New Year's Eve with his wife, who I never personally had ever even seen his wife before. I've only ever seen him doing guy stuff with the boys. But, basically they look like they're getting into a little bit of an argument, and then she smacks him, so he smacks her, and really kind of like pushes her head and sort of like hits her like a couple more times. Now, it didn't really look like he was clobbering her, to be fair. It wasn't like the way they like
It wasn't a fist fight.
if a dude hit me, the way that I would hit them would be like way different than the way that Dana White was hitting the girl. And my girl actually seemed surprised, because when I watched it, my reaction was like, nah, you can't be doing that. And my girl responded like, if I hit you like that, you wouldn't hit me. And I was like, no, I'm way too fucking big to hit you. It would look crazy, and I'm gonna fucking hurt you. Like if you hit me, it's not gonna make me angry enough that I want to hit you back. Whereas if I get punched in the face by a fucking normal sized dude, I'm gonna be angry enough to want to hit him. But with my girl, like, and especially a slap, you know that shit didn't hurt. He's on testosterone. Dana White is jacked up.
For me, what it is, and
You're
it's
a
just,
pimp. We know how you're gonna
No,
feel.
no. Now let's just say, don't put that on me. Now look. Now I'm just saying, if I was one
player,
of y'all,
sorry, yeah.
I just feel like once I feel a certain amount of pain, I black out. So like, even if I didn't plan on doing anything back, once she hit me, and I just be like, this bitch just hit me, I just spaz the fuck out. Once you ain't never like been play. Do y'all have siblings? I got a little sister, and when we would play fight as kids, like I'm avoiding her, I'm winning, but once she hit me one of them bangers, just boom, it's like, oh shit, and then you just kind of like snap for a quick second. Like that's kind of how it is for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you feel a certain amount of pain, it's kind of like you just go fucking blink.
They say the wires cross, where you're like,
That's exactly what
that
it is for
moment,
me,
you
bro.
got
Once I feel a certain amount of pain, the wires cross.
I've been
bro.
there many times in my life where I get hit, or even if someone just says something disrespectful to me and we're face to face, and it's just like, and especially when you're drinking, especially when you're fucked up, it's just so unbelievably easy. And yeah, like I've definitely been there. I just don't think my bitch could get me there.
I feel that.
You know, like, and a random girl, okay, I've definitely been in situations in the bar where some girl said something terrible to me. I say something terrible back to her, and then she like throws a drink in my face, and I just mush her the fuck away from me or something.
A mush is definitely when people
Mush-
be saying
mush
I
is
be
the
hitting
fine
bitches,
line, right?
that's what I'm gonna do. I've never, well, I ain't gonna lie, a bitch bashed out my windshield and I got out and I put her to bed. That's the only time I've ever socked a bitch. Brand new Benz,
I'm not mad at
brand
that.
new Benz E-Class,
Let's be
breaks
real,
the
man.
whole back of the windshield out. She's not my bitch, nothing.
and you're not in the right state of mind at that point.
Facts.
You're
You
just
bust the whole
reacting
shit on the back, and
to
I'm just
someone
like, oh
fucking up your
shit.
car.
And I just, but that's the only other time. Any other time, a mush is cool. A face mush that's cool.
Yeah, that's respectful. That's gentlemanly shit, really.
Facts. That's really like, bitch, get away from me. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
That's like, look
Get away from
how respectful I am that I'm not gonna cross the line of hitting you. I'm just
Exactly.
gonna put my hand on your face and just give you a little Now, if you say they're
Facts.
flying across the room and she gets a concussion against the wall, now we have an issue. I just don't think my girl's really gonna be able to get me to the point where I'm gonna hit her back like
What
that.
happened?
So right now they're just talking kind of civil, and they're discussing the pictures that people have posted of Lush's mom and stuff like that, which are from Flacco's quote unquote fans.
I
But-
feel like
Oh,
Lush's
wow.
mother should clearly not be allowed in the Reddit. I feel like she probably. I think we need to actually add a line of text to the Reddit that says, "No discussion of anyone's kids, girlfriends, or family members."
Facts.
And there may be exceptions to that. Like, let's say AD's sister comes on the stream. Okay. Now she's kind of off limits for a period of time. But still, there's a line that could be crossed there, because it's like, if she comes on the stream and she's talking about Dana White, people can say, "Oh, your opinion on Dana White sucks."
That's why I didn't
But-
want to have my dad on cam because I'm good with y'all talking about me. I don't give a fuck. But once it's like other people around you and your family, then it gets a little sensitive because it's like, you know what I'm saying? You can talk about me all you want, but once you get the family, it gets a little sensitive.
Well, but the other weird thing too that happens on the Reddit that I almost feel like a rule might be necessitated towards is just like we don't have a rule against people sexualizing the female employees, which to me it feels kind of unfair that like quite often their like looks are up for debate, you know, which doesn't like they're obviously not signing up for that by coming to work here. That's how you feel about this. Should that be a rule in the Reddit? Yes.
Nobody shaming the women in office.
How about
Yeah,
their
just
looks
not
in general?
contextualizing
It's
and
not a fucking
sexualizing,
beauty contest when you come to
right.
work here, right?
Right. This is facts. I came in with Slice today. Who gives a fuck? We're just here to do a job.
Yeah. That just, you know, because they
But
don't
that's
do,
what's gonna happen.
they don't
They're
do it to
females.
us because they're
This
like
is facts.
95% heterosexuals. So, you know, I get that, but it's also just seems like probably a precedent that we could get past.
Oh, Maya, you was mad at Tiro for bringing up your jam, but y'all exposed Flacco. Yeah, that's why I said it's all fair game. If you didn't catch it, dumbass.
But think about it.
I said it's all fair game.
The
Who
way
cares?
that you ended up getting pissed off about the chain conversation was like
Just speak to me first.
and it was because it was brought up in a fucking disrespectful way versus when I did the interview with you and I was just like straight up, all right, can we get the story about this one video from
Right.
back in the day? You were
Because
like,
how
all right,
they
cool,
was saying
yeah.
it was like, this is for sure.
Yeah.
And he got his shit took. Like, that's what I didn't like because, nigga, it didn't happen. So don't get up there as it's a for sure that really happened. Now, if you ask me about it, that's a whole different ball game. Or if you would have called me and been like, yo, it's a lot of talk going on around about some chain shit, we're going to talk about it. Go the fuck ahead. But where niggas just get the texting your phone and saying they talking about you on stream right now and insinuate it, and it's different when you work with the people because motherfuckers at home insinuate that we know more about each other than we might know. So once your co-host says it, it's like, oh, well, he's with him every day. So he must know for sure something happened to him. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you. All
type
right.
shit.
Hey, for Remo's sake, let's finish out this Dana White clip. Can you click on the TMZ apology so I can read this? And see, you know why I found this interesting too? It's right there on the right. Yeah. Let's not watch the video. Let's just like read this part. But the thing I thought was interesting about it though is that, or maybe we have to watch the video. Maybe there's like nothing besides the video. When I'm a casual UFC fan, and I'm pretty sure that domestic violence is the kind of shit that gets you booted out of the
For sure. Because your hands are registered weapons anyways. You can't do shit like that.
Skip Lamar Odom. Also, we can't hear him.
I'm in Cabo, Mexico,
There we go.
you know, for the holidays with my family. And my wife and I were out Saturday night on New Year's Eve. And, you know, unfortunately, that's what happened. I'm one of the guys, you know, you've heard me say for years, there's never, ever an excuse for a guy to put his hands on a woman. And now here I am on TMZ talking about it.
This is
But
what I'm gonna look like
my
when I'm
wife
old.
and I have been married for
It's like
almost
me,
30
but
years.
melting.
We've known each other since we were 12 years old. We've obviously been through some shit together. And
30
we've
years.
got 3
damn.
kids. And, you know, this is one of those situations that's, you know, horrible. I'm embarrassed, but it's also one of those situations that is, you know, right now, we're more concerned about our kids. You know, we have 3 kids. And, you know, obviously, since the video popped up, we've shown the kids the video. And,
Yo, check this out, Billy.
We're more focused on our family right now. People are going to have
This
opinions
shit hard. Check out what I did.
on this. And most of the people's opinions would be right. And especially in my case, you don't put your hands on a woman ever. My wife and I obviously love each other. We've been together for a very long time. We've known each other since we were very little, and this is just one of those unfortunate
All right,
situations.
you can pause it. Now I understand why he got into the fight business. Because to
Right.
him, apparently this is just his love language. Like him and his girl are just taking out their anger on each other. Now, but for real though, I do think that okay, the reason why this story stands out to me is because it feels like there's a little bit of an asymmetry here. Professional athletes hit their girl in public and their whole fucking career just gets destroyed overnight, right?
Facts.
Like I don't know,
Yeah.
like you tell me because
That's
I'm not a huge sports fan, but it seems like when a UFC champion beats their wife, it is a cataclysmic thing that shuts down their whole fucking career. And Dana White was just allowed to go on TMZ and film this nice little video where he just sort of like explains
'cause
it,
he owns
gives
the
it
shit.
context. I feel like all the context gets ignored when you're a professional athlete or if you're in the UFC. So I feel how he's responding, and I do think that he's probably being fair. If his wife is not mega upset about it, another UFC champion just walked in here. I guess we're gonna get another lowdown on this. But just to finish out the Dana White topic, I do feel like, I feel like his explanation is very understandable.
And I think I ain't gonna lie. Once she hit him first, hey, whatever happens after that, my nigga, you signed up for that. You put your hands on that, man. That's y'all be fighting for equality. That's equality right there. You hit me, I hit you, bitch.
We all know Suspect loves to talk about hitting girls.
We both hit him with
We
it.
all know Suspect.
I'm saying we bring it. I'm just not gonna lie. I'm just gonna keep that shit a band. A bitch punch me, we're finna fight, nigga. I don't care.
Here's the thing. Like in reference to what you were saying last week, I actually agree in retrospect with some of what you said.
Yeah, cause you're gonna go
Now,
to jail, adding yourself in some shit that has nothing to do with you.
But what I will try to do anytime I see a woman being like hit, I'll try to diffuse the situation.
I feel that. You just gotta
try to
understand
diffuse
that
it.
9 times out of 10, if this grown ass man is hitting this bitch in public, nigga, he's ready to crash out. So you trying to stop it, it's a good chance you're gonna go to fucking jail, trying to get into a situation, something's gonna happen. You putting your safety in jeopardy for a lady who 9 times out of 10 is gonna go back home with this man. That was my only argument.
Now, Adam, I have a request, sir.
I also just want to say, many times in my life, I've seen a domestic situation going down and not did shit.
I'm not doing shit.
This is not my fucking
You
business.
gonna do something and then she's gonna go to sleep with him and you're gonna go to the county.
I'm not gonna run up on this dude and get fucking stabbed, get beat up. It's
Fuck
like
around, die.
I'm out in the city riding bikes. I see a guy fight with his girl. It's like, even if it's kind of horrific. Now, if I saw something really bad, if I'm seeing him like beat her unconscious or some shit,
Right, like she just on the floor just dying.
now we're having a little bit of a different conversation.
I don't know if I'm gonna be like, hey, y'all should probably call the police or something. I'm still not about to involve myself in that. You never know what could happen. He could be beating her unconscious, and as soon as you say something, he just turn around, nigga, and switchblade your neck.
Bro, and I've been in situations where I seen like a big dude beating up on a little dude and sort of like started to get closer to it and be like, yo, like that's fucked up. He's a little like rah, rah, rah.
And then knock his ass out.
But then you realize that the actual version of what happened is that the little guy pulled out a knife or a bat or a
That
gun
too.
and then got his ass beat by a
That
bigger
too.
dude.
You don't even know what she did. She could have stabbed that nigga.
I'm
2
just talking
minutes
about guys.
before.
Yeah.
Anything.
Same
like,
thing,
you
though,
feel
yeah.
me? She could have just pulled out a knife on this man a couple seconds later, and then you see him wrestling for the weapon, and now you trying to come kill this man.
Generally in life, just mind your own business. is
Thank
my
you.
advice.
Mind your business. You live longer.
That was
That's
like
how I
when
feel.
a